My baby mama told me, she's like, I'm gonna call your job and tell them you a felon. Now what kind of bitch you do this? Only a baby mama. It's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing, it's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang. What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ, and today I got another lit video for you guys, man. So check it out. This video is gonna be a little different. I'm not in my confessional room because it is the day after Thanksgiving and it's cold as hell. I'm not messing with that garage. I hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving. I'm glad you're here. So if you're here, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, okay? Give me a like, drop me a comment. Comment on anything you see in this video, man. If you see something you like, if you see something you hate, if you see something you agree with, disagree with, go ahead and drop me a comment. And also, if you haven't by now, go ahead and subscribe. I don't really care about a subscription. I care about getting the information out. So you cannot subscribe. Just watch me every day. That's all I'm saying. I want to give thanks to myself. That's why I'm doing this video. This is a Thanksgiving to myself because all the stuff that I did in my life that I want to share with you guys, and I want to share with you guys how I overcame a lot of obstacles. Because see, me, I am a felon. I did do some prison time. And I do have a good job now today. I just want to let people know that just because you have a felony does not mean that you cannot go enjoy your life and get the career that you want. Okay, you can get the job that you want, you just have to find it. Cause see, as a felon, man, let me tell you, I could not get a job anywhere. When I became a felon, I already had a business, trade, and accounting. I was already working at a tax firm. So when I went to prison, after I got out, the only jobs I had afforded to me were temp service jobs and jobs where you work very hard for less pay. And I'm gonna tell you, as a felon, I couldn't even get a job at McDonald's. As soon as I marked felon on my application, job denied. I mean, it was like clockwork. As I started to educate myself on business, educate myself on life, I started college and I started getting out in the world and understanding how people think and choose to hire people. I started getting better jobs. I had to take a different approach on getting jobs. Okay, so I've already had business jobs as a felon, but those were easy, simple jobs. The jobs weren't paying enough and I was not able to move up. I had one job. I'm not gonna put the job on blast. I had one job. They kept wanting me to go forward. They wanted me to get further in my career, but I had to get rid of my felonies. In order to get rid of my felonies, I have to get them expunged or sealed from my record, which costs about $1,500 a felony. And I got 7. So I'm doing the math and I only make $300 every 2 weeks. I never, ever get those felonies off. I went on interview after interview. My boss was like, well, the interviews, they're not for me. They're to prepare you for what's next. Man, I used to hate that fool because of that. But, yes.
I thought you were talking on the phone.
Have a good day at work. So I used to hate him for that, but then I was like, damn, that wasn't a bad idea because he was preparing me, keeping me on my toes as far as the interview process because he knew this was not my last stop. Shout out to that guy. I'm gonna have to send him a letter, tell him thank you for that 10 years ago. I had been fired from another job. I didn't have any job, any income, and no one was hiring me. I couldn't just go from one job to the next. All I had was what I use up here in my hands. I think I filled out applications for maybe 1 month, and I said, fuck it, no more applications. So I went out and printed up 100 resumes, and I targeted my resume towards tax, accounting, business. I went to the phone book and I looked up every tax firm in Oklahoma City, north side, south side, west side. And so I took my resume and I went to each and every door. I had my suit on. I told them, hey, my name is Perry Williams. I have this many years of accounting experience. I'm looking for a tax job because this was tax season. So I said, I'm looking for a tax season job. I tell them, I'm like, look, I filled out a lot of applications, but I figured if I come to your doorstep, I have a better shot. So in that day, I had 3 interviews in that one day, right on the spot, okay? And then my third and final interview, I was at a lady's tax firm which shout out to this lady. She was like, we just put out our hiring this morning. Did you see it? I was like, no, I didn't see it. And she was like, that's amazing. So it just so happened that this lady was hiring on the day that I went out and looked for all these jobs. And I walked in their office with my resume in hand, suit, tie. She says, you start tomorrow. I was like, thank God. So I started off $12 an hour, data entry. And I did that through tax season, right? I'm telling you, I was like, damn, that worked. And of course, that job was temporary. Of course, it was a tax job, but I needed work. I needed employment. When I found another job, again, I went to work back in the warehouse. I was supervised at a place that made buckets. And that was a wonderful job for the time being. But I had to wake up early in the morning. I woke up at 4 a.m. to be at work at 5. I got off at 3 o'clock. After 3 o'clock, I was out searching for more jobs. I picked a job that I could get off early enough that I could go find another job or have the time to take an interview. I need to find something permanent, and I'm tired of working with my hands. So I had just become supervisor. I had worked at this bucket place for a month, and I had become supervisor in just a month. That's because I already knew how to drive trucks. I already knew how to work systems, and I had already had an associate's degree, so my education level was there to be the supervisor. So I became supervisor, and I was not trying to work hard, but I still had to get up every day. And then becoming supervisor, I had to work one day every weekend. So it was mandatory that I was getting 50 hours during the week, and then another 10 hours on Saturday, or Sunday, whichever day my boss made me work. So I was like, man, forget this. So I started filling out more applications, and I started going on more job hunts. Again, I was coming into that same thing. You're a felon. As soon as they see my resume, they'll like me. They'll bring me in. They'll see, they'll want me to get the job, and then they'll be like, oh, we got a background check. I said, I got to go back to my old method. Going door to door. I'm finna print out my resumes. I'm finna go door to door. And then that's when technology came in. And Indeed had just become a site maybe not long before this, and all these jobs was just posting on Indeed. So you go on Indeed, and it'll be like, apply for this job. Insert your resume here. I'm like, I ain't got to fill out no application. Shit. That's all I did. I searched for a job, I dropped my resume, and that's it. When I started working at the job I'm currently at right now, I was not looking for this job. I was looking for a job. I was looking for a specific job in radio and advertisement. So I would go on Indeed and I would look for all radio advertisement, all TV station, any job. And I would just send my resume. Like every job. Hey, come in for an interview. I go in for an interview. Do you got any felonies? This and that. Yes, and that. Okay, we got to do a background check. Don't get the job. That's how it was every time. But just sending my resume, I got way more hits than I was typing in that I got a felony. Every time I filled out a application online and I typed in I was a felony, no job. I wouldn't even get a call back. I get the email almost immediately that they choose another. I was surprised when people started calling me back. I'm talking about Boeing. I got an interview with Boeing. So I had a couple aviation interviews. I'll tell you, I targeted who I wanted to work for. I didn't just want to work for anybody. I didn't want to work for a major corporation because they do background checks. And I did want to work for somebody who was more personal business. So all the companies that I was filling out for, most of them weren't big companies. They were just asking for a resume. I would look up on their website, see if they have websites, see what type of company I'm looking into. So when I go into the interview, I knew this company more than they knew me. My current job, they called me and, I went through a very extensive interview process where I had 3 interviews, and I was just like, I know I don't get the job. I know it. I've been on 3 interviews. They haven't asked me about my background, not once. And then I got the call that I got the job, and then I get there, they still ain't asked me about my background. Then I'm saying, like, damn, man, they gonna ask me about my background. As I'm filling out the paperwork, I'm like, damn. I'm just reading this whole book. This book was this damn thick of policies and procedures. You gotta read that the first day. So I went through it. I was like, well, I'm gonna read this for nothing. So I just read through it, turned it in. She was like, okay, you start Monday. I was like, shit, all right. So I came to work Monday, came to work Tuesday, came to work 6 hours later. The lady still ain't did a background check. So I was like, shit. We did it. I'm saying all this to say this, don't give up. Find different ways to get a job, you know what I'm saying? When the deck is stacked against you, you have to make a way. My baby mama told me, she's like, I'm gonna call your job and tell them you're a felon. Now, what kind of bitch would do this? Only a baby mama. So I had to call my job. I was like, listen, I went and talked to the HR lady. I said, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest. Back in the day, I got in a lot of trouble and I had to, go to jail. And, I just wanted to let you know because my baby mama is gonna call y'all to try to get a hold of y'all and tell you all these sorts of things. She's gonna try to get me, she wanna get me fired from my job. And my HR lady looked me in the eye and said, Perry, there is nothing about you that I don't know. But your baby mama shouldn't be able to call, but if she does, I will gladly let her know that we appreciate her call and have a good day. And man, I tell you what, that lifted a whole ton of bricks off of my shoulders. But my HR lady, she did her due diligence. My history and my performance did all the talking for me. I had good references. Also, one of my references was one of my college professors. So I had good references. Those things help out. Well, all I'm saying is you can be a felon and still get a good job. I'm not saying you gonna get a good job. You can get a good job without having to worry about if somebody gonna hire you or fire you because you got felonies. There's jobs out here that don't give a damn if you got felonies. I mean, depending on how old your felony is and what type of crime you had. I ain't gonna say every job gonna overlook your crime, but some of them will. That life is a way. Look at this YouTube video. YouTube did not care that I'm a felon. Only thing they care about is I'm not giving y'all a bunch of misinformation. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep going. Thank you guys. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All that good stuff. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Go watch some of my new videos. Go watch some of my old videos. Share my videos out to your friends. Thank you guys. Have a nice day. Peace.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ, and today, man, I just want to tell y'all that I got the solution for your problem. Maybe the grandmother's about to pass, and Uncle Kenneth, man, is a crackhead, and you don't want him to sell the house and smoke up all the profits before you get to split it with the family. You know what? Give me a call if you got a home that is good, bad, ugly, indifferent, raggedy, broke down, garage don't work, dishwasher don't work, anything don't work, paint don't work. If you don't work and you need to get rid of this house, how about you give me a call at 405-759-0038.